Hi everyone, welcome to class. My name is Isabella and I'm a yoga teacher. Today we'll be walking through a couple of postures that you can do as part of a beginner, mid-level, dynamic Vinyasa yoga flow. So today for our yoga flow, we'll start seated. So if you come to a comfortable seated position at the front of your mat, and we'll start the practice together. So you can rest your palms on your knees, either palms up or palms down. Just before we start, if you have any blocks at home, you can easily order them online. These are natural cork blocks, which are super easy, and they'll just give you the extra support that you need. You can also have a strap, which I'll show you how to use when we do some of the hamstring stretches. This is much easier if you have less hamstring flexion. So just something you can think about. If you don't have a yoga belt, you can use a towel from a dressing gown or a skipping rope, whatever you have handy. So we come to a comfortable seat, sitting up tall and straight. Just find a comfortable seated position. Closing down the eyes. We'll take a deep inhale together through the nose. Exhaling out of the mouth. Make an audible ha sound. Again, inhaling through the nose. Opening the mouth, exhale. One more breath like this. Inhaling through the nose. Opening the mouth, exhaling. This time, inhaling through the nose, keeping the mouth sealed, exhaling. We want to try and create the same sound, the oceanic sound, your victorious breath. One more deep inhale through the nose, exhaling through the nose. So just continue with a couple of deep breaths. On every inhale, you're inhaling from the base of the spine, through the middle of the body, through the chest and the throat, the head, out through the top of the skull. And with every exhale, you're reversing this flow of energy, going through the skull, through the spine, all the way to the base of the spine. In yoga, we have a phrase, one breath, one movement. So this is what we'll try and do today. If ever it gets too much, you just come and rest in a child's pose. So a couple more breaths like that, just to bring a conscious awareness to the breath. And when you're ready, gently blinking open the eyes, we're going to roll over to a tabletop. So bring your hands underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. Pressing the ground away, your fingers are pointing forward. Here we'll just do a couple of wrist warm-ups. So making a few circles anti-clockwise, and a couple of circles clockwise. We spend a lot of time on our wrists, so it's important to keep the wrists warm, particularly when we come to downward facing dog. And if you want a couple more breaths, just make any movement that feels good in your body. Starting to warm up the spine, just wiggling around. And when you're ready, come to stillness, shoulders over the wrists. We're gonna do a few cat-cow positions. So on the inhale, we're lifting the gaze, arching the back, looking up. Exhale, you're drawing a line down the front wall, all the way down to your navel, arching the back. Inhaling, lifting the tailbone, looking up. Exhaling, doming the spine, pushing the ground away. Look at your navel. One more like this. Inhaling, looking up. Exhaling all the way down, looking at your spine. And when you're ready, find a neutral spine. We're tucking the toes under, lifting the tailbone to the sky, coming to our first downward facing dog. So let's establish this pose. Your fingers are pointing forward, your hands are shoulder width apart, your feet are hip width apart. You're pushing the ground away, lengthening the spine. Now your heels don't have to be on the floor. If your downward dog looks like this, that's absolutely fine. The intention is that we extend the back of the legs up and out. One day your heels will touch the ground. So we'll just take a few breaths here. Deep inhale, filling the lungs. Exhale. One more deep breath here. Exhaling. Or your next inhale, lifting the heels, bending the knees, taking a gentle step forward, both feet meet at the front of the mat. Inhaling, you're lifting the hands off the mat, flat back. Exhale, fold forward.
From here, we're gently going to bend the knees, rolling the spine up. Your head is the last thing to come up. When you reach the top, we find our mountain pose. So your toes are together at the front of the mat, your heels are slightly apart. What I like to do is just bend the knees, and then when you extend the legs, you pull up all the muscles in the legs. Palms are facing forward, you're drawing your shoulders down the back, tucking the pelvis under, shorten the distance between the front of your hips and your ribs. We'll take 2 breaths here to prepare. Inhaling, filling the chest, filling the side body, exhaling. 1 more deep breath. Exhaling. We begin with sun salutations. Inhale, we lift the arms up to the sky, look at your hands. Exhale, melt the chest forward. Inhaling, lifting, hands come to your thighs. Exhale, fold forward, hands on the mat. We're stepping back to our plank pose. Strong in the body, strong in the core. Hold here for 1 breath. Inhale. Exhale. We'll do this together. Lower the knees, shift the shoulders forward, coming to your half chaturanga pose. Lower all the way down. Take a deep inhale. Hands come under the shoulders. Lift and find a back bend. This is your cobra pose. Exhale, release. Tuck the toes under, and we're pushing back with bent knees through to downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale for 2. Pushing the mat away. Exhale. Your tailbone is pointing up. Last breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhaling, lifting to the toes, bend the knees. Take a gentle step forward with both legs. Inhaling, hands come off the floor, flat back, long neck. Exhale, folding forward. Inhaling, come all the way up to standing, fingers pointing high. Exhale, release the hands. Find your mountain pose again. Inhaling, we'll do that again. Exhaling, fold forward with a bit more movement this time. Inhaling, flat back. Exhaling, hands to the mat, stepping back to your plank pose. Lower the knees, shoulders come forward, bend the elbows, release. Inhaling, finding your back bend, your cobra pose. Exhale, release, tuck the toes under, pushing back to your downward facing dog. 3 breaths here, deep inhale. Exhale, try and find that external rotation in the arms so that you're turning the inside of your elbows, pointing to the sky. You're pushing through the fingers, so you're taking the weight out of your wrists. Exhale, 1 more breath here. Deep inhale. Exhale. Prepare to go forward. Inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, step both feet forward to the front of the mat. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Release. Just catch your breath here before we move to sun salutation B. Take a little step back, bending the knees, sweeping the arms up. Find your chair pose. Exhale, release the chest down, tailbone up. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, hands to the mat, stepping back to your plank pose. Lowering the knees, shoulders forward, half chaturanga. Release. Inhale, cobra pose. Find a beautiful stretch in the front body. Release. Tucking the toes under, we're pushing back to downward facing dog. We move the right foot forward, lower the left heel. Lifting with a front bend in the knee, finding warrior 1. We're not here for long. Exhale, hands to the mat. Turn the back foot over. Exhale, lower the knees, shoulders forward. Inhaling, find your back bend. Exhale, release, tuck the toes under, pushing back, other side. Left foot forward, lower the right heel. Inhaling, finding your warrior 1 on the left side. Exhale, hands to the mat, stepping back. Lower the knees, bring your shoulders forward. Inhaling, find your back bend. Exhale, release, tucking the toes under, tailbone to the sky, find your downward facing dog. If you prefer, you can lower the knees down and just come to a quiet child's pose. Your hands can stay extended in front, or you just gently rest them by your side. Take 3 breaths just to bring your heart rate down a bit. And when you're ready, we'll all meet in downward facing dog. We'll start our standing practice. So from here, take the right leg up to the sky. Drop the right heel behind you. Try and keep the shoulders square. You want to try and find a stretch behind the left leg in the front of the right hip. One more deep inhale here. Exhale. When you're ready, we're stepping the right foot forward, lowering the left heel. We're lifting the arms up and holding in warrior one. Your hands can stay together or apart. I like them apart because it helps to open up the shoulders. Make sure you have a beautiful bend in the front knee and you're grounding through the back foot. Take one more breath here. Exhaling. On the next inhale, we're reaching up and opening out to warrior two. Make a longer stance between the feet. Find a deeper bend in the front knee. Reaching the arms to the side, you're looking at your front middle finger. Exhale. Take one more breath here. Exhale. When you're ready, we flip the right palm facing up, extending the right knee, reaching up and over behind you. Find a reverse triangle. This is a side bend, not a back bend. We'll hold for one more breath. Deep inhale. Exhaling. On the next inhale, we're coming up, bending the front knee, lowering the right elbow to the right knee, and reaching overhead with our left arm. Holding here, one more breath. Inhale. Exhale. We'll flow through that together. Inhale, use your front thigh, push the ground away, come through your warrior two, extend the right leg, and reaching up and back behind you, back to your reverse triangle. Inhaling, lifting through your warrior two, lowering the right elbow to right knee, reaching overhead with your left hand. Look under your elbow, look to the ceiling. Take one more breath here. If you'd like, you can lower the right hand down to the mat, reaching overhead for a more challenging variation. Take one more breath here. Exhale, lower the left hand, frame that right foot, lower the left knee. And from here, we're just sitting back and finding our half split pose. So if you want, this is where the strap comes in handy. If this is a challenging pose for you, just take your strap, put it around the front foot, and just hold here. Engage your arms and pull your chest forward. As long as you feel a stretch, no pain, just feel a stretch in the back of the right hamstring. Hold here. If you don't need a strap, you just enjoy your forward fold and go as deep as you want, reaching the hands beyond your foot, so long as your chest is shining forward. That will create a deeper sensation behind the right leg. And when you're ready, we're just gonna lift up to a low lunge. So make sure you find a right angle in between both legs. If you'd like to put a little towel or a pillow underneath your knee to protect it, then go ahead. From here, we're going to clasp the hands together, releasing the index finger and the thumbs. Reaching up and back, we start to open up the chest. Take a deep inhale. Exhale. We'll hold for 2 more breaths. Try and tuck your tailbone under. You should feel a really nice stretch in the front of the left thigh. 1 more breath here together. Exhaling. On an inhale, lifting up, releasing the arms. Exhale. Placing the left hand outside the right knee, we're going to take a twist. So reaching back with your right hand. Try to look behind you if you can, shifting the gaze. Using the leverage of the right knee to push against your left hand, twisting further. 1 more breath here. Exhale. From here, we're going to release the arms, placing the hands on the mat, lifting the back leg up, lifting the knee off the mat, reaching forward, finding your arrow lunge. We're only here for 2 breaths, so find a straight line between the tips of your fingers and the back of your heel. 1 more, inhaling, exhale, release the hands down, stepping back to find your plank pose. Exhale, release the knees. Come forward with the shoulders, lowering all the way down. Inhaling, lifting the chest. Exhale, release, tucking the toes under. And come to a downward facing dog. Or if you prefer to rest, you come back to your child pose variation. So we're holding here for 5 breaths. Take a deep inhale. Remember, pushing the ground away if you're in downward facing dog. Inhaling for 2, keeping the fingers pointing forward, rotating the inside of the elbows up. Exhale. Inhaling for 3, grounding the toes down, finding stability in this pose. Make sure it's an active pose. This is not a rest pose. Inhaling for 4. Exhale. Last breath here. If you're in child's pose, just meet us in downward facing dog. We prepare to go to the other side. Inhaling, lifting the left leg this time to the sky. You're reaching up and back behind you, dropping the left heel to your right seat. Inhaling, finding an opening. So you're stretching behind the right leg, your grounded leg, and you're finding a beautiful stretch in the front of the left thigh, keeping your shoulders facing the ground. 1 more breath here. Inhale. And then on the exhale, we're coming forward and gently placing the left foot in between the hands. Lower the right heel down, lifting the arms up to the sky. We meet in warrior 1. Remember, your hands can be together or apart. You choose. This is your yoga. I'm just here to guide you. Take 1 more breath in your warrior 1. Exhale. On the inhale, reach the fingers forward, opening out to your warrior 2. Make a bigger stance in between the feet. Your back toes are facing to the side. Your front toes are facing forward. Your shoulders are facing the side of the room, and you're looking forward towards your front middle finger. Take 1 more breath in your warrior 2. Exhale. When you're ready, we flip the left palm up to the sky, extending that front leg, reaching up and back behind you. Finding a reverse triangle on the left side. Inhaling. Exhaling. Remember, this is a side bend, not a back bend, so you should feel the stretch at the bottom of your left shoulder all the way down to the top of your left hip. Exhale. On an inhale, we're lifting up, bending the front knee, coming through your warrior 2, and then lowering the left elbow to the left knee, reaching up and over with your right hand, looking under your armpit. Remember, if you're holding here, you're making space between the shoulder and the ear. So you're using your core to lift up your chest. From here, we're going to lift up through warrior 2, reverse the flow, extend that left leg, reaching up and over behind you. On the inhale, coming back to that side angle pose, bending the front knee, lowering the elbow, reaching over with your right hand, looking to the ceiling. If you want to go further, you can drop the left hand inside your left foot, just for a stronger variation. Try and push against that left knee with your left arm to create an engagement in the hip. When you're ready, we lower the right hand down, framing your foot, turn the back toes under. Lower that right knee. We're sitting back to our half split pose. So again, keeping the chest lifted. Go as far as you want. If this is your split pose, that's fine. If you want to go further, you're creeping the fingers forward, keeping that front leg flexed. Finding a beautiful stretch behind the left knee. Exhale. So just play with the edge. See where you can go, but don't go anywhere where you feel pain. Just sensation. 1 more breath here. Take a deep inhale, filling the lungs. Exhaling. Inhaling, we're coming back to our low lunge. Remember, 2 right angles in the front and the back leg. Keep a pillow underneath your knee if you have any knee issues. Inhaling, clasping the hands together, releasing the index finger, reaching up and over. Starting to go deeper into our back bend. Inhaling, you're lifting up, lengthening the spine, making space in between the vertebra. And then on the exhale, see if you can lean back even just 1 millimeter. Take a deep inhale and lift. Exhale, see if you can drop further. One more breath here. Inhaling, exhaling, drop. Inhale, release. We twist on the other side. Your right hand comes outside the left knee. You're reaching back with your left hand. Take a deep inhale here. Exhaling. Your twist is coming from your middle body. So you're twisting through the middle back, the upper back, the neck, finishing with your gaze all the way to the back. Take one more deep breath here. Inhaling and lifting. Exhaling, twisting deeper. Inhale, release. And from here, placing the hands on the mat, lifting the back knee up, and then lifting the arms strong in the front leg, coming to your arrow lunge. We're only here for 2 breaths. Engage the extended leg behind you and engage the leg that's bent in front of you. Straight line between the tips of your fingers and the back of your heel. Exhale, releasing the hands, stepping back, finding your plank pose. Drop the knees. Shoulders forward, exhale, release the toes. Inhale, find your back bend, lifting the chest, looking up. Exhale, release. Tuck the toes under and find a downward facing dog or resting in child pose. So we're here for 5 breaths, your choice. Take a deep inhale for 1. Exhale. So yoga is a place for you to find a connection between body, movement, and breath, and your mind. So your breath is what links all of that together. So whenever you have an opportunity to pause in a posture, that's an opportunity for you to reconnect with your body if you've lost the flow at any point or if it ever gets too much. So whether you choose to rest in child pose, that's perfect. If you choose to rest in downward dog, make sure that's an engaged posture. You're using and activating the muscles in your body, pushing the ground away. Last breath here, inhaling for 5. Exhaling, and we all meet in downward facing dog. From here, lifting the heels, bending the knees, we're going to step forward and find a seated position. Extending the legs out in front of you, lifting tall in the spine. If you'd like to use your strap here, it can come in handy. You're putting the strap around your feet, lifting up, and just bending the elbows so you feel a bit of sensation behind the legs. If you don't need the strap and you can reach your feet, just go for it. You're pushing the knees into the mat, inhaling, lifting the chest, exhaling, folding forward. We'll just hold here for 3 breaths, flexing the feet. Inhale, exhale. Inhaling for 2. Exhale. Inhaling for 3. Use the arms to bring your chest forward. Exhale, fold a little deeper. This time, releasing the heels. You're going to bring your right knee into your chest, opening out to a half butterfly pose. The sole of your right foot comes inside of the left thigh, keeping that left leg extended and flexed. Inhaling, arms up to the sky. Exhaling, fold forward. We're only here for 3 breaths. You can hold your thigh, you can hold your shin, your ankle, or your foot. If you want to go further, just reach the arms forward. Inhaling for 2. Exhaling. Inhaling for 3. We're almost done. Release the pose. If you'd like to flip the right hand outside of the left foot, we're reaching back and finding a twist in your half butterfly pose. Inhaling for 2. Exhaling. Use the outside of that left foot to help you twist deeper. 1 more breath here. Inhale. Exhale, release the feet. We're going to do a little derotation, so place the right hand behind you, Lifting the hips together with that left arm, reaching up and over. Find a wild thing. This should feel really nice in a full extension of the left side body. Take one more deep inhale here. And on the exhale, lowering the hips down. Bring both knees into the center. And we'll do the same on the other side. Extending the right leg out. Butterflying out that left knee. So you bring the sole of the left foot inside the right knee. Inhaling, lifting up. Exhaling, folding forward. Remember, you can use your strap here as well. This is your yoga. You choose. Take a deep inhale for 2. Exhaling. One more deep inhale. And then release the pose. Put away any props. You're flipping the left hand outside the right foot. If you can't reach your foot again, it's just outside your right thigh or your right shin. Reaching back with your right arm. Exhaling. So your twist again, you're twisting from the bottom of your spine all the way through to your neck, looking back. Take one more deep breath here. Exhale, release the pose. Same derotation to your half wild thing, placing the left hand behind you. Inhaling, lifting the hips up, reaching up and over with your right arm. Feel that stretch in the right side body. Take one more deep inhale, fill the lungs. Exhale, lower the hips down, release. Take both knees into the center. And we'll just open out to do a full butterfly pose. So the soles of the feet are touching. Inhaling, tall spine. You have 2 options. Holding the outside of the shin, pulling the elbows backwards. This is more of a chest opener than a hip opener, but you get the combined benefits of both. If you'd like to go for a more passive option, just hold the feet, lean forward with a straight spine, and when you can't go forward anymore, you just round the upper back and fold forward. We'll hold here for 3 breaths. Take a deep inhale, exhale. Inhaling for 2, exhale. Inhaling for 3, exhale. Inhaling, release the posture. Hold the outside of your knees and gently bring your knees together. So when you're ready, lifting the spine, and then we're gently going to roll through the spine, lowering down until you come flat on your back. You can hold the backs of your thighs until you feel a drop and your spine comes extended onto the floor. From here, bringing your heels in so that you can touch the outside of your heels. Placing the palms of your hands down on the floor, inhaling, rolling through the hips, lifting the hips through the middle back and the upper back, inhaling through to your collarbones, exhaling, rolling all the way down again. We'll do 2 more of those. Inhaling, pushing through the feet, lifting the hips up, all the way up to your shoulders. Exhaling, release through the spine. Take one more, engaging the glutes, inhaling, lifting. And on the exhale, like a wave, you ripple through the spine. Maybe take the knees side to side just to release the back. And when you're ready, you're going to bring your knees into your chest, lifting the right leg over the left leg. You can double wrap if you wish. Otherwise, just take a single wrap. Shifting the hips to the right, lower the knees over to the left side. And then release the arms to the side, looking over to the right side. This is your twisted root pose. So just stay here for a couple of breaths to feel the benefit of this pose. Still focusing on our conscious breath that we haven't released just yet. And really finding the twist from the center body. Take one more deep breath here. Exhale, release. Coming back through center, unravel the legs. Bring your knees into your chest just for one breath. Exhaling, other side, lifting the left leg up, wrapping it outside the right. You can take a double bind if you wish, otherwise just leave it to a single. Shift the hips over to the left side, dropping the knees over to the right. And when you're ready, looking over to your left side, reaching the arms out to the side, cactus the arms, they can be overhead, whatever feels comfortable. And we here just for 3 breaths. So with every inhale, just filling the lungs, and then exhaling, feeling the twist go deeper. Every side of your body is different, so maybe this side feels more open, maybe it feels more closed. Don't judge yourself. Take one more deep breath here. Exhale, releasing the legs, coming to neutral, unraveling the legs. Bring your knees into your chest. And from here, we close the class, finding our final relaxation pose, your Shavasana. Extending the feet out in front of you, letting the feet just flop out to the side. Your hands are resting alongside your body. Palms up or down, your choice. This time closing the eyes, letting go of the breath. From here, we're just going to rest, disconnect from the physical side of the practice. And just taking a moment for your body to receive all the benefits of the practice. So releasing any tension in the body, letting go of the breath, releasing your toes, your ankles and your shin, releasing the knees and your thighs, releasing your hips, let your belly go soft, releasing your chest, your fingertips, your elbows, your shoulders, releasing your jaw and letting your tongue just sit in your mouth. And then finally, just surrender to the earth. Let it carry your body. And when you're ready, start to bring a little bit of life back into your body. Maybe taking a deep inhale with a conscious breath. Maybe bringing a bit of movement back into the fingers and the toes. Maybe take a deep stretch overhead, bring the legs together and stretching like you're waking up first thing in the morning. Knees into the chest. And just take a gentle side to side. At some point, rolling over to the side body, finding a fetal position. Just take a moment here. And then when you're ready, use your top arm just to push the ground away. Then we meet in a seated position at the front of your mat. Keeping the eyes closed. Palms are resting up or down on your knees. Taking a deep inhale together. Opening the mouth, letting out all that fire you created in the class today. Take one more deep breath through the nose, opening the mouth. I'd like to take a moment for you to just connect with your body, thanking yourselves for giving up the time to practice today. Bring your hands in prayer to the chest, keeping the eyes closed. Thanking yourself for having a strong body to practice yoga. Thanking yourself for having a strong mind to practice yoga. Lifting the prayer, placing your thumbs in between your eyebrows or your third eye. Take a deep inhale, lifting the prayer up. Exhale, bow forward in gratitude. Thank you. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the flow. Remember to rest your body and drink lots of water before working out again or joining another yoga class.
If you'd like to see more content, subscribe to my channel on YouTube and look out for more content coming soon. If you'd like to follow me on social media, you can find me on Instagram @GerberYoga. I look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you.